everyone. GameHounds podcast. Yes, we are not late. It's only 12:07. We're 7 minutes late, which is technically 13 minutes early. Hi, how are you? As you can see, Nick is remote. He is in Florida right now. I am at the boyfriend's house, and because I have stuff to do today. I have some Home Depot trips to be made. So rather than go to my house and then come all the way back to Home Depot and then go back all the way to my house, I'm just doing it here. How was your Christmas, Nick?
It was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Went over to my parents with my wife, and spent a day or two there. My brother came over, so we had like the whole family. And
Is it stopped being weird calling her your wife yet?
Yeah. Like it was never weird.
It was never like that moment where you stop yourself and you're like, my wife. It's like, oh, my wife.
I mean, usually I just say Rachel. So like I was never, oh yeah, my girlfriend, oh yeah, my fiance. Like I was never saying that all that often.
Mm-hmm.
It was always just Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
So that hasn't changed.
The missus, as Chris says.
Yeah.
The little missus. Don't call her little missus to her face, ever. So, get off your freaking phone, Nick. This is rude.
I'm talking in Discord.
Okay, fine. Well, if you're talking to our people in Discord, I guess that's okay. AC Wraith, stop talking to him. Stop letting him talk. Can you block him on Discord for me? So, and so you didn't have Christmas in Florida because I saw you the day after Christmas, right?
Yeah, we left like the next day.
Yeah. And we had quite the time of weather here in the Bay Area. Did you see what happened to the Lick Observatory?
No.
Ooh, I'll pull that up. Yeah, we had quite the windstorm in the Bay Area. The Lick Observatory, which is in Oakland Hills, it hit 100-mile-an-hour winds. And yes, it is called the Lick Observatory, not because you lick it, but because it was named for James Lick, who was a bigwig in Northern California.
Some people, I know that people love to have monuments named after them, but some people need to realize you don't have a name that makes for good monuments.
Yeah, and we have the Lick Freeway as well.
Like, come on, dude. Like,
Chris reminds you it does take a licking, but it keeps on ticking, like the Lick Observatory. Here, I'll show you. Share screen. Sharing this. And I will turn it up so you can hear it. And put it to there. Okay. And we are adding it to the stage. Yeah, this is our big observatory in town.
Taking a big toll on a legendary Bay Area observatory. Check out what's on your screen right now.
Can you see
it?
That is
the Lick Observatory. Wind gusts 100 miles an hour damaged the housing at Lick Observatory and the telescope underneath. The damage is bad. The observatory says it's likely to stay closed for months while they fix it. NBC Bay Area government has a closer look at the damage.
The fierce windstorm that hit the Bay
Area. I hope I don't get any DMCA takedown notice for this, but yeah,
that's absolutely will. This whole podcast has been.
I don't know about that, but this is definitely going to.
You may as well just stop showing movies on this.
A piece that weighs
it just essentially blew the housing off entirely off of the thing.
Telescope had been taken
so
yeah,
that's a bad thing. That's a very bad thing.
That shutter is what keeps rain off the telescope, a priceless piece of astronomical equipment that lets us see into space. The telescope itself was not damaged, but rain poured into the building. Cleanup is already underway.
You have a building with a hole in the top, and it's raining.
So, yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't. It was supposed to be closed. Let's see if there we go. Here's a picture where you can actually see what it looks like. What it's supposed to look like.
Gusts stronger than what anyone has recorded in the 140 years the observatory has been open. The dome has now been red tagged for repairs.
We have road signs that were snapped off
Yeah, roadside snapped off. I mean, it was bad.
They
At the dog park
completely.
where
No one was
Chris
hurt by
is,
the damage.
it just
Lick
bent
is expected
over
to be
they had
closed
like
to
one
the
of those
public
tables
for
with
months.
a
Scott Budman,
hold on a
NBC.
second.
That
Where's the
shutter
picture?
is
There we
what
go.
keeps
That's what it's
rain off
supposed
the
to look
telescope.
like. And you could see that it just blew this housing, like that whole center, that whole rim across the outside edge that's supposed to essentially seal it off. It just blew it straight off. Just one YouTube stream. Yeah, for some reason. Why are we not doing the vertical stream? That's odd. That's a new thing. I don't know if they've removed it. That's a StreamYard thing that I don't know if they are actually stopping us from doing that now. Yeah, that building took a licking, but it did not keep ticking. But it's going to be closed for a bunch of months, which is kind of a bad thing. Anyway. So what have you played, Nick? Anything interesting?
I finished Silent Hill F.
You finished it?
I wanted to do that before I came out here, and I succeeded in doing that. Partly because it's a pretty short game.
Okay.
I finished it in about 10 to 11 hours.
Oh, God, that is short.
Unfortunately,
the
developer is known for making it was written by Ryujuki 7, a kind of famous indie horror designer. So when they said that Silent Hill F was being written by them, people got excited because they were, it's like giving an indie director a Marvel movie, right? It's like, oh, this guy who made a good movie, you're giving him a bigger budget.
Right.
One of his hallmarks is games that are meant to be replayed multiple times.
Oh.
And so Silent Hill F falls into that as well. I got to the ending and I was like, what the fuck was that? It ends with like the boss and the main character looking at each other, yelling at each other, cut to black credits. And it's like, what? And there is like a bit of a epilogue post-credits scene. But it's also kind of vague and like deeply unsatisfying because the first ending feels like it's just saying it was all a dream. And that's always a cheapskate.
Yeah.
I looked up all of the other endings, and all of the other endings are a lot better. But the thing is that because it's been designed to be played multiple times, your first playthrough always gets that bad ending.
Oh, that's an awful idea.
You can't get any other ending on your first playthrough.
Okay.
You have to play through multiple times to get those other endings. Those other endings do a really good job, I think, bringing the story to a more thematically cohesive end, because the whole game, the story is incredible. It's about a girl who's never really fit into the gender norms of this restrictive 60s small town Japanese society. She grew up, her best friend was a boy, so they always played together, and people always made fun of her for playing with the boy. And then as they got older, they stayed friends, but everyone else is like, so are you dating? Why are you hanging out with him if you're not a couple? What are you doing? And couple that with a really toxic family situation where her father is super abusive to her and her mother. So she's got toxic family, toxic friends within a toxic city environment. And it all creates this atmosphere of I hate this place, I want to get out. And so to use that as the starting point for a lot of psychological horror monsters are really, really good. Because you get some monsters that are like dolls, clearly kind of reflecting how she's just an object, and all the people around her just see her as a doll to be played with. There's a monster that's just a lump of breasts that then gives birth to fleshy eggs that blow up. What the fuck? There's a giant fat guy with a butcher knife that's like reflective of her dad. And so like all of the monsters, it does the thing that Silent Hill does of, all the monsters reflect your inner fears. And it does a good job of that. It does a really good job of basically taking all of the thematic things that Silent Hill is known for and keeping them while changing everything aesthetically. Mm-hmm. So Silent Hill was known for always taking place in a kind of small town Americana.
Right.
You know, Pacific Northwest, it's all foggy. And then when it changes to the nightmare world, it's this industrial metal hellscape where it's like you're walking around an oil rig and everything's clanging. You're walking on fences, you know, chain link fences. It's all metal. It's all black. In this game, you have, you know, the kind of small Japanese town built into the side of a mountain. But the nightmare world is like this really pretty, it's still dark, but like almost like a pagoda out in a lake. So you've got like a lot of still water, a lot of lamps, a lot of like nice architecture. And you meet a guy there, this guy in a fox mask who's like, hey, I'm going to help you. And you go through that nightmare world, still has enemies, but it also has like the one protective figure in the game. And so the game does a really good job twisting that idea of, you know, the nightmare, where in this case, the nightmare is like her growing relationship with this mysterious protective male figure for someone who's like reacted violently to the idea of marriage because everything around her is like, if you get married, you lose yourself. The nightmare world reflects that, but in a way that is appealing. So it's a completely different type of nightmare world, but it fits with this game. And it's really cool to see, like, you can keep the Silent Hill mood and tone, but completely change the aesthetics into something completely different. And like, it is still a Silent Hill game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it brings up to mind, and I forgot who called it, that marriage being the beautiful prison for women. And that it's, you know, all these wonderful things in this beautiful, you know, the ideal marriage of going from your father's house to your husband's house and then having this beautiful life. And that's what you idealize yourself, but ultimately becomes a beautiful prison for women, because of course you're just, once again, whatever kind of autonomy that you have as an individual that you gain from going from being a child to an adult, you lose by becoming a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the other endings do a good job following up on that theme. Like one of the endings, you reject all marriage. The other one, you end up marrying the fox guy. The other one, you end up marrying your buddy. The other one, you like try to find a middle ground. So all of the other different endings follow through on those themes and like, you know, check off one aspect of what if. I saw someone on Reddit describe each ending as a what if scenario.
Yeah.
And I think it does a good job of that. But unfortunately, I don't really want to play through it a second time.
So you have to play all the way through it?
You do. There are a couple shortcuts that open up. Based on what I was reading, there's one section that takes place in a school. And in the school, you spend a lot of time walking around, you know, exploring, getting answers to puzzles. And mainly, you have to open a locker and you get a key item, and that item is what lets you progress farther into the game. That locker is open from the beginning on your second playthrough.
Oh, okay.
So in theory, you can just go in, grab that item, and then leave. You don't have to walk around the school. But there's also like new letters and new sort of environmental storytelling bits throughout the levels in a second playthrough. So you don't necessarily want to completely skip over everything.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That it's, well, I mean, I guess if it had been a 40-hour game, you wouldn't have looked at it and said, I wish it was 1/4 the length. What essentially this is, it's a 40-hour game, but you have to play it 4 times.
Yes.
So,
which I understand that. I guess I just wish that the default ending was a little bit more thematically cohesive.
Yeah, that it didn't leave you so wanting more.
Yeah, because it feels like it doesn't answer or resolve anything. And like the story is the best part of the game.
Yeah. Claire for Christmas got $60 in Steam cash, $60 in Steam certificates. So she's getting Silent Hill F. So I'm interested to know her take on it.
Oh, did you want it?
Oh, yes. She's wanted it very much. I think when I said that she wanted to play Silent Hill, I thought it was Silent Hill F, but I guess she wanted to play one of the original Silent Hills.
Okay.
Play Claire Obscure.
Chris says, should we make Claire play Claire Obscure? Keeping in mind she's absolutely in love with Genshin Impact.
I mean, yes. The answer to that is yes for everyone, including you.
I know. I have it. I bought it.
I bought it. Did you play it?
I have yet to play it.
Listen, you know how many games I've bought? Me buying a game doesn't mean shit.
I know.
I don't care that you bought it.
I told you that this holiday was about finally getting in and playing Claire Obscure because
you said that last week, but you know what? The holiday is now.
That was holidays, and I had to make cookies.
You got another week. You got another week, then I'm really going to start to judge you.
Yeah, no. I will definitely be playing Claire Obscure.
Oh, no. As E.O. Helsing says, there's a website to find out how much you've wasted on Steam. I can't look at that.
Did you hear that, who was it? Was it Lyft or Uber Eats or somebody? There was a skit on Saturday Night Live that was essentially a fake ad for like a new feature with Uber Eats that was going to tell you, it's like your year in Uber Eats, who you ordered from the most, how much you spent, what time you ordered. And people are like, I don't want to know this. I do not want to know this. Within 24 hours, Uber Eats, I think it was Uber Eats, had released it, had essentially created and released that exact thing on their platform.
Yeah, I don't want to know that for the places I've ordered fast food from.
Yeah. I think it was. Let me find out. Hold on a second.
AC Raid says Edie gaining a Steam backlog might actually make me proud of her PC gaming progress. And then he also said, mentioning Coraline, that it's all fun and games until someone sews buttons over your eyes.
True. So what was it? SNL skit becomes a app.
Why would you purposely make something from an SNL skit real?
Let's see. No, it was like Uber Eats.
I mean, I like that. Although, you know what? It says a lot that Uber was able to turn this around within 24 hours.
Yeah, there we go. Here it is.
But Microsoft still can't do something like that for Xbox.
Yeah, so
Xbox doesn't actually have a year in review.
Right. Let's see.
Because it's fun to make fun of people. That's right. That's actually true.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
And some people have a competitive streak. I got Burger King more than you did. Or I got Burger King less than you did. It depends on what you're in competition for.
Right. So oops, sorry for the pop-up. Yeah, they created something called Uber Eats Wrapped that was supposed to tell you what you've done and what you've eaten and it was essentially met with horror by the people in the ad. Like, I do not want to know this. Nobody asked for this. But it's like, we've got Uber Eats Wrapped. And then within 48 hours, Uber Eats actually launched the actual thing that was on.
I'll bet that they were planning on doing that before, because
I don't know.
Almost all media
taking a big
doing that. Like, that's a popular thing to do for streaming services.
It is. It was, but yeah, I don't think that they actually
PlayStation did it. I wonder if
they did it pretty fast. The fact that they did it so fast and it was essentially exactly the same thing from the ad or from the skit tells me that they didn't. Somebody saw that ad Saturday night and sat down at his computer and ripped it out.
Okay,
so anyway,
I'm trying to get my PlayStation wrap up.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked. No, don't bring it up because you only get to look at it once. Remember, and we want to look at it after the end of the year. Yeah, you do. You only get to see it once. That's what I remember from previous years.
I did it before, and now I'm logging in again.
Yeah. So what else did you play other than Silent Hill F? And I will be playing Claire Obscure. Hopefully starting tomorrow.
I'll believe it when it happens.
I had, Christmas baking and cooking. Then I had Christmas. The day after Christmas, Chris's mother came to stay. She just left this morning. So now is me time. Now is game time.
Okay. You know what? Get the girl child, Silent Hill F. Also, get her Claire Obscure. And the two of you can race.
Race?
To see who starts it first.
Oh.
You can also get Chris involved, but I know he probably won't play.
He probably won't play. But he'll see me playing, hopefully. And then he'll decide he wants to play.
I have my specific wrap up. Let's see. Can you see that?
Yes.
Is it backwards?
Come Deliverance, 129 hours where winds meet.
Is
94 hours,
and climbing.
85 hours, Death Stranding 2, 78, and Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, 64.
And it's worth noting, that 85 in Claire Obscure, I must have left it running a lot. It's not that long of a game. Yeah. It's like a 40-hour RPG. I spent a lot of time grinding in the end, more than I should have. But I'm surprised Where Winds Meet is that long.
Also, I want to play Where Winds Meet with you, Suze. You have to power level me.
Yeah.
So that we can get married and then we can get divorced and then you can join the Divorcees Club.
I can't power level you until you play
Claire Obscure.
Apparently I played 5 hours on PlayStation VR. Oh,
Come on. Back it up just a little bit. There we go.
Oh. Yeah, PlayStation 5 hours.
8 sessions. Ooh.
I think almost all of those were streaming for GameHounds.
Yeah, you know what I want to remark on is once again, this is another year that nobody got me a PlayStation VR. I am stupefied that it has been this long and nobody's gotten me a PlayStation VR for Christmas or birthday. And I get to say that now with Chris sitting here because it's already past both, so he can't get them. But I am absolutely stupefied. They're not that expensive.
What is a PlayStation?
What do you think PlayStation
VR
is?
Cool. If you don't start a game and don't get a trophy, you can delete it from your trophy list to help you score.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that.
Kevin didn't get me a PlayStation VR. I figured for sure 1 year you'd get me a PlayStation VR. You'd find one cheap used or something and get it for me. And it's like, how is it that I have yet? And it's like every year I think to myself, this is the year I'm going to buy a PlayStation VR. But I don't want to do it because it's like, this is such an obvious birthday present. This is such an obvious Christmas present. Do not, Chris.
You have trouble playing a game that you've already bought. I can't see.
Yeah, I have yet to play more than like 10 hours of Kingdom Come Deliverance, my favorite game of all time. I have enough things on my plate. I don't need them. But yeah.
Besides, just get the new Steam VR thing when it comes out next year.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a Steam machine and the Steam VR.
And an Arby's gift card.
And no Arby's gift cards. He's still trying to get me to eat Arby's. Nick, have you come across Florida Man yet?
I've met multiple Florida men.
Yeah, they're all Florida men down there. For right now, Nick is a Florida man at the moment.
No, I am Florida Nick.
Florida Nick, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you played? Anything else other than that?
Coy wants to get us back into ESO.
No, we're not coming back to the ESO. Maybe.
I'm more likely to go to ESO than Final Fantasy or Warframe.
Where are they in Florida?
Where are you in Florida?
Palm Beach Gardens, like West Palm. It's not Palm Beach. It's a place that takes the Palm Beach name.
Yeah.
Near Miami or Orlando?
Near Miami or Orlando or where?
No, I think it's like 4 hours from one of those.
Which one?
I don't know.
Nick, you pull up your freaking phone. You've been on your whole phone the whole damn time.
I'm close to the East Coast and down in like, not the southern tip, but like maybe halfway down.
Why don't you?
The handle.
Okay. Go to La Tub.
Okay, look up La Tub, Letub. 2 words? Chris, 2 words?
Yeah, La Tub.
La Tub. It's a burger place.
It's an hour and a half away.
Hour and a half away. Apparently, it is the best burger in the United States.
No burger is worth an hour and a half.
The best burger in the world.
He says it's apparently the best burger in the world.
This is it.
This is it. This is the ultimate best burger in the world. Apparently, it takes how many hours to make one?
It takes about half an hour to make it.
It takes about half an hour to make it.
Why?
It is something secret that they do.
Go find out.
But he says, go find out. It is worth
I've gone somewhere where I have to ride a gator like a fairy.
Yeah. He's gone to the what was it? The Island of Lost Boys.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
what else did you play? What else other than that? What else
I played like a brief amount of Where Winds Meet, but not anything significant.
What did you play on the plane?
Nothing. I listen to music. I found an old like 2022 year wrap up from YouTube Music, and I just kind of kept listening to that, and I was like, God damn, 2022 Nick, you would listen to some good music. And so I just kind of kept listening, fell asleep a bit, then woke up, kept listening.
What is Speed Brisket Burger? Is that the 3 ingredients of the best burger ever? Brisket and speed?
No, I just meant make a brisket burger quickly. And that's all you need to be good.
Crack, brisket.
Yeah, sounds pretty good. Okay, did you play anything?
Balatro, and I made cookies. I made cookies for you and your lovely bride.
You have a Steam Deck. You should be playing Clair Obscura while making cookies. You should be standing in the kitchen, looking at the oven, playing that game, glancing. Got time.
Okay.
Got time.
All right. I will download it onto
use the handhelds for their intended purpose.
All right. Go ahead and talk. I'm going to go download it on the Steam Deck right now.
You don't have to. I don't know what to talk about. I didn't have any news.
Listen, you made me do this. Your fault.
It says 30 minutes is a long time, but not as long as a good brisket. Therefore, speedy. Okay. It starts like that until you burn them. Yeah, I guess it depends on how you cook it, what you put on it. Okay, let's. I think Edie wants to talk about that one more. So let's start with the marathon re-reveal. Apparently, it doesn't.
We can talk about the big news. We can do that.
Well, I've already started talking about this one.
We'll talk about that.
They showed off more of Marathon, and I think it's still coming out in March or April, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be in March.
Yeah.
And they did a re-reveal. And it's very different now. In fact, a lot of times when they do re-reveals, they don't really make a big deal about, the big changes that they've made. And in this case, they released a head-to-head, a A/B it so that you can actually see. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this.
And it's funny because I think a lot of it doesn't look like a change.
No, this is the actual show. Let me actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Before we go any further, I know that we're moving on. Let's actually start the music and start the show officially instead of getting.
We're already halfway through.
No, we're not. We'll just do it. We'll just do it because it's the right thing to do, Nick. It's the right thing to do. Stand by. You've got banners up there that shouldn't be up there. Go away. Get off. All right.
DoorDash lady's not pled guilty? Who's the DoorDash lady?
All right. All right. Stop. Stop. People. Stop. Stop. Stop.
This podcast discusses video games, pop culture, and technology, and these podcasters have big, fat potty mouths. If you're younger than 18 or are easily offended, please stop this podcast now. Oh, and your mom said to take out the trash and do your homework.
Hello and welcome to GameHounds. No, I do not have the mic off. Hello and welcome to GameHounds. GameHounds episode 803. We are recording this on Sunday, December 28th, 2025. I'm Edie Sellers. With me is Nick DiNicola. And if you are
as you Helsing says, first.
He was the very first person.
And he actually was the first person to comment.
Yeah. If you are listening as an actual podcast as opposed to in the live stream, I apologize for the sound quality. Nick doesn't have a headset. I don't have a headset. It's just the nature of the holidays. So I'm sorry. I apologize. It sounds like crap, but it is what it is.
I've heard worse podcasts.
True. No, not really. You haven't heard that many worse podcasts than what this sounds like right now.
Yes, I have.
All right. So now we don't have a comment.
So yeah, Bungie re-reveal.
Bungie new.
Oh no! Wait, we should talk about what we've been playing.
Shut up, Nick. Don't be a dick. All right, so let me get the marathon copy before and after so that you can see this.
I have some marathon.
Okay, so wait, Ezzy Helsing is saying the DoorDash lady, the DoorDash driver
Let me show this
opened the door to this guy's house, and he was passed out on the couch. Oh, and was naked, so she took out her phone and recorded him.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the DoorDash lady who has pled not guilty in her case. Interesting. Oh, and she said...
I know. Because you have to wait your turn. Wait your turn. I hate having a 3-chair podcast when one of the chairs is lying next to me just yelling in my ear.
Hey, he just gets in a chair and scoots over. We can make it an official
he's lying. No. Okay, here we go. So here is the marathon. Rather than, a lot of times when they do these re-reveals, they don't want you to forget what it looked like before. In this case, they're actually leaning in and showing, because it was so badly received when they did the alpha, they're actually showing the actual differences. So this is what a marathon looked at, what they released on their X. You can see on their X page. So it definitely looks better.
It looks better, but also none of what's changed looks like a change in art style. I think it looks like a change in lighting.
Yeah.
That is all lighting. Like, those character models may as well be 100% the same. That's all lighting and shadows making that difference.
Yeah.
Like right now, it has, in the alpha version, it had a flat lighting that looked a little bit more Fortnite-y, just because it doesn't really emphasize shadows. Just by emphasizing the shadows a lot more, upping the contrast. Like the white areas are whiter and the dark areas are darker. That kind of gives it a more realistic
so making it more photorealistic as opposed to making it feel less like, just a computer simulation.
Yeah, but like none of that is a change in the art style.
Yeah.
The aesthetics and the stylistic touches are all the same.
Yeah. So the studio did release this footage previewing the work that has gone into the game since that alpha reveal. And since it was delayed because of the poor reception that it got from the alpha reveal. There's also been leaks of a recent closed beta test going around. So we'll see that. But yeah, they've obviously they went back to the drawing board in some very significant artistic and stylistic ways that were responding to people being very underwhelmed with the way it looked and felt. Now, if it actually changed the way...
I feel like that's giving them too much credit because, like I said, I don't think the style changed all that much. They just gave it a better lighting pass, which they were probably going to do anyways. And, as AC8 points out, the senior art director has left Bungie ahead of the game's release. Yeah, I know that previously they blamed the art copying on a previous employee. Yeah. Maybe it wasn't a previous employee, or maybe like, look, Bungie is a shit show. They, after getting acquired by Sony, the head there, Pete something, was like kind of checked out, and he didn't care about Marathon. He just wanted to get the game out so that he could get more of his bonus that came from the acquisition, so that he could jump ship.
Right.
Their like monetization model of Destiny hasn't really worked out. Like they're hemorrhaging cash. Like Bungie is kind of a secret shit show of a company. So a lot of this breaking through isn't that surprising. Having someone in a high up position leave before the game comes out isn't super surprising. I imagine being an art director, a senior art director for a game that has a controversy about its art is probably not a happy position.
Right. So yeah, someone
as says, someone just needs to step in and fucking fix Destiny 2 or start Destiny 3. Like I know people are generally wary of big company buys small company, and then big company, influences small company. But I think in this case, what we've learned over the years is that Bungie internally was not really well run. They kind of need someone else to come in and take leadership control, because leadership was their big issue.
Yeah. And this page that I just showed that was a Reddit post about 20 plus minutes of the new Marathon gameplay was leaked. All of those videos are down. They have all been removed for copyright claims. So we can't see them. But what I've been reading is from the people who did see it is it's not looking bad. It's looking better than what it was. People are very quietly impressed that it is going to be a much better game than originally thought. All right, now we're turning to our third chair, Chris, who has deep Marathon experience.
Give the man a mic.
On the Future Cop team, Marathon was the game we played the most.
On the Future Cop team, Marathon was the game that they played the most.
Because we did our development on
because
Mac.
They did the development on Mac.
And all Marathon was basically
the Mac version of Quake.
Right. There was nothing.
Nothing like Quake on the Mac.
So we played it.
Because it was so close to Quake, because they had the Macs.
Yeah, but that's OG.
There was nothing special back then. I don't know how what's a big deal about this.
But that's OG Marathon, which is like a completely different genre of shooter now than the extraction shooter is.
Right. And that's what this is extraction shooter. So anyway, there's that. Now, I would not have started with this particular
story.
I would have started with the big story, which was Vince Zampella, the co-creator of Call of Duty and numerous other things. It's kind of hard to undersell. It's kind of hard to oversell how important Vince, if I want to call him Vince Zampella is to gaming as we know it today. But he died shortly before Christmas, a couple of days before Christmas, in a car crash with a passenger in his Ferrari. He died in a car crash in Los Angeles. It happened a week ago on Sunday. It killed him along with the occupant of his car. Now, according to NBC affiliate down there, Zampella's Ferrari hit a concrete barrier after leaving a tunnel in the San Gabriel Mountains north of Los Angeles. He was unfortunately trapped in the car, and the car caught fire. The passenger was ejected, but most sadly, as he was apparently showboating because the entire crash was being filmed. Somebody was videoing it of him coming out of this tunnel going way too fast on this twisty mountain road in the San Gabriel Mountains. He went out of control, hit the side. The whole car just essentially folded on itself. You did see that the passenger was ejected. The person that was videoing did not stop videoing as all of the friends realized that this was a very bad car accident. You could see the car catch fire, and you could see that the car caught fire in the driver's area. The person was dragged away. You could see them just lying on the ground, being dragged away from the car because it was on fire. But it was, the first thing I thought about it was, oh my God, this is horrible. The second thing I thought was, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. At 55, which he's just a little bit younger than I am, he should know better. He should know better than to do that. This is how dumb TikTok, YouTube stars die. Not how somebody 55 years old who knows better than to do what he was doing. But he was essentially showboating and racing in the mountains. And I don't know whether, for some reason, he hit the barrier. Well, he was flying through a tunnel and came out of the tunnel on a road that turns and lost control. That's what
probably going faster than 55.
He was in fact, my headline that I had here had some kind of comment about I can't drive 55, and Nick said it was in bad taste, so I took it off. So to give you an idea, if you are not familiar with Vince Zampella, we've mentioned him on the podcast numerous times, mostly to deal with the lawsuit that he and the other
who's the other person?
West. What was his name? Last name of West. It was Zampella
Jason
and West.
Something?
Jason West. They were both co-creators of Call of Duty, and they got into a fight with Activision because Activision was essentially when they bought Infinity.
Yeah, Jason West.
Yeah, they essentially pushed him out, and he was not okay with it, and he didn't get all the money. They said that he didn't get all the money they were supposed to get. Now, that was a lawsuit that was supposed to go to trial, and just before trial, and Nick was so excited.
If that was
literally the day before,
talking about the things that it affected.
The day before,
says he's laughing. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought of that.
Yeah, no. I think the fact that he died at 55, he should have died at 56 because it would have stopped a lot of jokes being made at his expense.
But yeah, him and Jason West left Activision after they fell out over Call of Duty, and then they formed Respawn.
They did.
Which then they worked with EA to make Titanfall, which
Apex
is still
Legends.
Titanfall 2, still one of the best shooter campaigns ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Apex
Legends. He actually started out with Medal of Honor.
Well, then Respawn basically made a lot of classic action games. They made Apex Legends, Jedi Survivor. Star Wars Jedi.
Yeah, the Star Wars Jedi.
Jedi. And then most recently, he left Respawn to become the head of Battlefield and kind of oversaw the development of Battlefield 6. So I would say, comparing Battlefield 2046 to Battlefield 6, I would say any of the improvements that we see in Battlefield 6 probably due to him.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, it's actually probably due to the fact that they hired Stig Asmussen from who worked on God of War 3, the director of God of War 3, and brought him on because they were seeing that Battlefield was starting to needed a little zhuzh, and they definitely did that. Respawn and Stig Asmussen did a zhuzh on Battlefield 6. Right now, Battlefield 6 is the most successful game in the series history, which is one that they worked on. He was given essentially in 2021, he was given Battlefield 6 and said, we need to find a viable future for this franchise. And arguably he has with Battlefield 6. So in addition to all of those, he started with Medal of Honor in the 90s, which very much redefined the World War II shooter. Then moved on to Infinity Ward and doing the Call of Duty series, which of course,
Yeah.
if you retire after that, you've made your mark. But he just kept making marks. So if you were going to pick, I think somebody said if there was a Mount Rushmore of gaming, he would undeniably be on one of those four heads, because everything that he's been involved with has been a, not to coin a phrase, game changer in many ways. So yeah, and it's a sad, stupid way to die. Stupid way to die, especially for someone old enough to know better. But it's also a shame not to see what he would do next, because he still had so much. Clearly, he did Battlefield 6. The thing hasn't even been out a month. He had a lot in him still to go. He had games there that we will never get a chance to see, which is also a shame for gaming. So it's sad to have it happen, sad how it happened, and even worse that the video is just all over the internet now of watching him lose his life. And no word on who his passenger was.
Yeah, still on.
Yeah. Still no word on who that was. So it's all over, just a terrible, terrible way to die. So your take home, kids, from this, if you get a Ferrari, don't fucking race your Ferrari. Don't fucking race your Ferrari.
Don't do it on mountain roads. Do it at a speedway. Yeah,
go to a speedway and drive it at a speedway. Don't go into the mountain road and try to have a GTA moment. Even 55-year-old men who should know better fall prey to the GTA moment that gets them killed.
Just ride in a Waymo and play Forza.
Yeah. Chris says, ride in a Waymo and play Forza. You'll be fine. There you go. There's your answer. Next item, already talked about the marathon re-reveal. Final item I have is 007 First Light. The new James Bond game that everybody's very excited about has been delayed, but not surprisingly, and very craftily, even if it didn't need to be delayed, it has moved into the space that was vacated by GTA 6 when it got delayed. So it was originally set to arrive on all consoles, PS5, Xbox, all of the Xboxes, X and S, Switch 2 and PC was supposed to arrive on March 27th. It's now going to launch May 27th. Hitmaker, the IO Interactive is doing it. And their announcement says, today we're sharing the update regarding 007 First Light, as we've decided to move the game's release date by 2 months to May 27th, 2026. First Light, our most ambitious project to date, and the team has been fully focused on delivering an unforgettable James Bond experience, bringing together breakthrough action, blah, 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 blah. The game is progressing well and fully playable from beginning to end, so these additional 2 months will allow us to further polish and refine the experience.
Everything's about polish.
Yes, it's all about polish. I agree. Probably they could, every game could use a little more polish. Every game could use
they also say
more
they always say we're delaying it for polish, but there could be a number of reasons that it got delayed.
The reason why it got delayed is because end of March 2026 is now a gaping wide hole in the release calendar, because everybody avoided that because of GTA. Now that GTA is gone, it has left this big empty space with nothing to fill it, and everybody's already delayed, or in some cases moved up, but they've all moved away from that space. You can't exactly move back into that space.
As he says, it would be great if a game company just said, hey, we need more time to finish it, so just give us the fucking time.
I'm sure something that would be from Devolver.
Just say, yeah, we need more time. Shut up.
Yeah, it's not done. The end. So they're confident that you're going to love it, sincerely appreciate the patience, continued support, look forward to sharing more updates, blah, blah, blah. So that's their more or less the full, and then everything I didn't really read was not important. But yeah, it has been delayed. But as much as I'm sure it needed polish, it's really about filling that vacuum.
I did read, because I'm subscribed to the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, which is always a fun time.
And always 100% accurate.
Oh, absolutely. But one of the juicy posts I read was about GTA 6 and someone saying that, like, you know, unconfirmed leakers, so take it with a bag of salt the size of the Pacific Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, really, it was leaked not because of polish, but because there are so many systems in place that scripting is a pain in the ass, because you'll have missions that need to start, but they can't start because a character who was supposed to be there got stuck in traffic due to the weather, so they can't get there, so the scripting can't begin. The weather impacts traffic, which impacts crowd control, which impacts scripting, which impacts police response, which impacts all this other stuff.
Oh, God. That actually does sort of make sense. It's real life. It's GTA real life. I'm delayed in traffic.
It sounds
I'm going to be 15 minutes late.
Like it's got that kernel of possible truth that's like, ooh, interesting.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that Mr. Anti-Scripting hasn't joined in on this conversation. Yeah, he wasn't listening.
But yeah, when it does come out, it'll be interesting to see how that works. Oh,
yeah. I never thought about that, but that is kind of one of the downsides of AI systems.
Wait. I want to know more about this. Skyrim's opening was nearly destroyed because of a bee?
Yes. Yes, I heard about this, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh, no, come on. I need.
Yeah, I'll look it up here.
No, this is a video. I don't want a video.
There we go. The bee that broke Skyrim.
This is one of the biggest bugs in Skyrim.
Hold on a moment. I've got it here. Stand by. Now, I'm using somebody else's stuff. So apologies to the creator. I'm sorry that we're not giving you full credit for all of this. All right. So this is one of the biggest bugs in Skyrim. Let me turn up the volume so you can hear it.
Skyrim. Well, it's a bee, but it was actually responsible for a game-breaking bug during development. Do you remember Skyrim's iconic intro with the horse and buggy? Of course you do. We've all played it probably 1,000 times by now. Well, during playtesting, sometimes the cart that you would ride on would just randomly get shot into the stratosphere, and Bethesda wasn't able to recreate this. They had no idea what was causing it. Well, as it turns out, sometimes a bee would just wander in front of the cart, and since bees were marked as immovable, the cart would collide with them and just get shot off in a random direction. This is one of the biggest bugs in Skyrim. Well, it's a bee, but it was actually responsible
that also makes total sense, because how many times, that's one of the beauties of Skyrim, of hitting something immovable and having everything just like collapse and fly off in all directions.
And yeah, that's a good example of the things that happen in game development of, why the fuck does this cart keep flipping over sometimes?
And I would love to have been in the room when the person that figured it out that it was a bee that had done that. So anyway, yeah. I never really thought about the argument of scripting versus AI, and how GTA, that's all it is AI, and everything's AI. The weather is AI, the people are AI, everything is sort of AI. And how if you put enough of those AI systems in place, it can actually fuck up the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't start quests. Yeah, or can't start missions. That's kind of funny. All right. So we had said that this was going to be a short show. We was going to said it was going to be an hour show. Guess what, Nick? It was an hour.
We can.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes away from it being an hour. So
I can extend it by asking, so Edie, what are you going to play this week?
Clair Obscur and Where Winds Meet.
Really?
The minute I get to Home Depot and get my lumber and put my bed together, because I have to get 2 pieces of lumber.
We can't end. What did you get for Christmas?
What did I get for Christmas? I got a lot of gift cards. What else did I get? My Christmas present is delayed. Chris's Christmas present is delayed. Claire's Christmas present is delayed.
Oh my God.
Everybody's Christmas present got delayed.
Oh, apparently we also have to talk about the ESO Christmas event.
What about the ESO Christmas event? Why would I have any knowledge about that?
I got a bar cart and like a little wine rack. So I'm going to be able to put all of my alcohol better than just shoving it all into a corner.
Oh, nice. I got sheets. I got really good sheets, but they're on their way. They're
I got the second omnibus hardcover of a comic called Manifest Destiny, which is an excellent comic series that's all about the Lewis and Clark expedition into the West. But imagine if the West was filled with monsters.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And it's so good. And they get Sacagawea to guide them through this realm of monsters. And they're trying to figure out, like, can we tame this land? Is there like a solution to this?
And what's the name of the series called? The comic series?
Manifest Destiny.
Manifest Destiny. Okay.
So I actually have the whole series of 6 paperback books. But I liked it enough that I got the 2 big hardback omnibuses. Next time I see you, I could give you those 6 flimsy books if you want to read it.
I'll absolutely read those. Yeah.
It's very good.
I got a PlayStation gift card from Claire.
Is that your nickname for the girl child, Clair Obscura?
Clair Obscura. Yes, it's exactly what her name is. Her nickname is Clair Obscura. So Clair Obscura gave me a gift card. I got a Ring doorbell.
Yes.
Sorry, Nest doorbell. A Nest doorbell for my new place.
Shower.
I got a great shower head for my new place because that's the one thing. 2 things about that place I'm not crazy about: the water pressure and the parking. Everything else about that place I love. I also got a massive rent increase for my next lease.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Don't we all just love our landlords? They're such special people.
You know, I would hold it. I was a little upset. I was a lot upset. I'm like, this is a lot. And then it happened to be that just happenstance, a newspaper article about the what's the average rent increase or what rents have gone up by on the peninsula, and it's exactly that. It was 15%.
What is the average? Let's do that. That way they can't complain.
Yeah, no, that's what they do. That's what it is. There's actually a service, an online service that actually is getting sued quite a bit. And it's probably going to go all the way up to the Supreme Court that allows landlords to be able to tell each other how much they're raising their rents by so that they can all essentially normalize their rents.
Collusion.
That's what they're saying. It's collusion. But then again, Zillow.
But Zillow
that's collusion.
Zillow does houses.
Right. Well, rents is rents. That's what the rents go up by. It goes up by what the rents go up by. It's a market. It's what the market will bear.
Purchases. Zillow.
We don't make the rents. We put the rents up for what the market will bear, and if the market will bear a 14 increase, we'll raise it 14 or 15%.
If you already are renting, you don't see.
It's really, really hard to be a renter and a landlord because I'm playing. I see both sides. Believe me, I'm not happy about this rent increase at all, but I also recognize that that's how much rents have gone up by on the peninsula because that's how much costs have gone up by in the peninsula.
No, they haven't. Anyways, AC Wraith says, I'm hoping anything I need to return on Steam leaves me time during the sale.
Yeah.
Gotta play it soon then. Get through all those. He linked to Manifest Destiny.
Thank you.
And Corey got some toilet cleaning supplies and body wash. Gee, thanks to my family for the subtle hint.
I think your family's trying to tell you something. All right. It is now exactly 1 hour.
Wait,
I do need to go. No, Nick. Now it's 1 hour.
Yes.
Nick, I need to go take care of my Home Depot trip, because once I get that settled, then I can play a video game. I can actually play Clair Obscur, but I can't do any of that stuff until I get this stuff handled. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sneezes.
God, I'm a Sesame Street character.
I'm so glad you got that and I didn't have to explain it. All right. On that note, I guess anything else before we close out the show? I can't play what I can't purchase. My Christmas is Tuesday.
Oh. Well, that gives you a couple days. When does the Steam sale end? The Steam sale ends like the first week of January.
So you're fine.
Well, you have a couple days. You gotta.
Yeah, you'll have to turn around and return it real fast, like essentially that night.
Yeah, you might have about a week.
Yeah. Anything else? Oh, let me take a look at our calendar just to make sure that we are up on our calendar. The next show that we have is December 4th, which will be the last day of my holiday season. So if I haven't played any Clair Obscur by December 4th or by January 4th, you will absolute roast the crap out of me. You can absolutely do that, because at that point, there's no way for me to play anything.
No,
I wasted 2 weeks of my life.
At that point, you just haven't played. You just won't play games.
Yeah, at that point, I will just shut the podcast down.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that. All right, so can we close this out, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
This is 2 days after his birthday.
Happy birthday, LCO. I mean, happy Ezio Helsing.
Your birthday on a bird? Man, a lot of winter birthdays around here.
And I generally have never known winter birthdays, but I'm surrounded by winter birthdays, both at my work and now in my private life. Winter birthdays are not usual. We are all kind of huddling together.
January 2nd.
Oh, happy birthday.
I won't say happy birthday yet because we'll do the podcast after that. So happy birthday. Have a good birthday.
Yeah. And don't drive a Ferrari super fast. All right. So on that note, let's close. Unless you're not even in God mode. Let's close this out. You've been listening to GameHounds episode 803. We recorded this on Sunday, December 28th, 2025, the last show of 2025. Everyone have a very happy new year. Ways to get a hold of us, gamehounds.net is our website. Gamehounds@gmail.com is our email. We record this show live every Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Facebook. On YouTube, we are GameHounds Vids, VIDS is in videos. On Twitch, we are The GameHounds, and on Facebook, we are The GameHounds. Please feel free to join us any of those places live. We would love to have you. But if you can't listen to us live, you can always listen to us as a audio podcast on pretty much every platform for listening to audio podcasts. It originally goes through Apple Podcasts, but you can get it on Alexa devices. You can get it on Google devices. Just say, hey, play GameHounds. Hey, Google, play GameHounds. Hey, Alexa, play GameHounds. Hey, Siri, play GameHounds. All of it will work. So if you do listen to us in any of those places, please do leave us feedback. It very, very, very much helps us get feedback on our show. But more importantly, it helps elevate us so that others can find our show as well. We have a lot of old listeners that have not come back simply because they probably don't even know that we're still podcasting. So if you can help us and get back, reconnect with them, you can do it by leaving us feedback at any of those places. We do have a Discord server. If you are not on our Discord, please join our Discord server. It is where both Nick and pretty much everybody in the chat room today all actually hangs out. Here is the information on the YouTube, on the Discord server. It is on our screen right now. But if you go to our website, you will find information on how to join the Discord server there. Also, we are 100% Patreon funded. Please, if it wasn't for you, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be paid for. I would be having to dig deep into my pocket and make a question of whether I can actually afford my rent. Please go to Patreon. $1 a month is all we ask to help us pay for the show. Patreon.com/GameHounds in order to be a Patreon sponsor. We don't do anything special for you. We just ask for $1 a month because it's just a little to help us get going. Nick, have a great week. We will talk to you next week. Everyone in the chat room, AC Wraith in particular, thank you for all the links to everything that we talked about. It will be in the comments wherever you are, wherever you watched it. Have a great week, everyone. Be safe, be well, and have a happy new year.
It's a Christmas event until the 6th.
All right, everyone. Happy New Year. Bye, all.